Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Habtoor Polo Resort and Club for the start of the long-awaited Silver Cup 2025. Our first match here this afternoon is between Habtoor Polo and Bangash Polo. Habtoor being in their red shirts, I believe, this afternoon, and you see Bangash, some of them already out in the field. There's a shot there of the Habtoor shirts, and we have Bangash in the blue. So nice and distinct between the two teams. So a few of the players just warming up here before we get this first match underway. So of course Habtoor coming out the winners of the Silver and Gold Cup last year. So we have the title holders out here once again for our first match. And our two teams. We have some slight changes, but not much. Habtoor Polo. We have Mohamed Habtoor playing at number 1. Bartolome Lolo Bejiga playing at number 2. And then the two familiar, Bautista Bejiga playing at 3. And Juan Harechi playing at number 4, making a cumulative handicap of 20 goals. Bangash playing at number 1. Haida Bangash at number 2. Federico von Butowski at 3. Genaro Ringa. And at 4 is Tomasito Fernandez Llorente on 7 goals, making a cumulative handicap of 19 goals. And therefore they will start with a half-goal start. This is a handicap tournament, whereas the Gold Cup is open. So they get that precious half-a-goal start. And you can see on the far side there now, the little grey pony, Tomasito, just warming up. And now we'll just quickly go over to Sebastian, who is just going to interview Juan Cruz Guevara. And so over to you, Sebastian.
Thank you, Adam. And here we are with Juancho Guevara. He's in charge of the horses. He knows all the horses of the players, even though that they change the horses. They come and go with horses every year. But, well, tell us, what is your job in this time?
Bueno, hello everybody. My job is to be two more eyes, pair of eyes to overlook everything, to watch everything with Guille. We work together. And all the guys, we have a lot of guys, lots of grooms, lots of pilots, and yeah, so we are a nice group of people.
If you have to pick the best machines, let's have in mind that Bangash is sticking bowling now. They are not watching this, so you can say which are the big machines.
I wouldn't take a peek at the beginning of the season. Early season, horses arrived just now. Some come from Argentina, some come from England. So they all adapt different. We will play today long list of horses. So we see how they go. And then as the tournament progresses, we start, of course, making the list shorter. And yeah, so now we need to see how the horses are feeling after playing lots of practices. But it's the first game today, actually. So we'll see.
Thank you very much, Juancho. Good luck in the first one. And let's see how it goes. Adam, back to you.
So thank you very much there, Sebastian, for those words with Juan Cruz, who's over here at key linchpin there in the Habtoor camp. With, of course, Guillermo continue here overseeing things for the Habtoor team, as many a year it has been here now. And we still have a few players out there warming up, and they'll quickly go and change ponies as our umpires are looking to mount up. And a couple just, as you see here, you've got Lolo just practicing a penalty, and it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds with which horses they're going to play and who will be taking penalties, and with the horses, see if we can spot a few stars for the games coming forward. And then going forward, of course, up to the Gold Cup. And now, if we could just whip over quickly back to Sebastian to have a quick few words with Guillermo.
Thank you, Adam. And here we are back with champion, we can say. You are the coach of the champion, of the actual champion, the holder, title holders of Habtoor.
We've been lucky. Last year, we were lucky to win the silver and the gold, but we'll see. This is another year, different team. So just let's see what happens today, first game. So
Despite there is a different team, this start of the season different because you are the champion, because it might have some pressure or not, or is this another chapter you don't think about last year, or you feel more confident, you feel that the shirt is a heavy shirt for the other teams?
no, last year was last year. Of course, I'm so happy we have a great season, but it's a different season. The pressure is always good for me and for the players. I think we have Lolo Bajugar with us this year. He also for him is a new team. Even for Bauti, I think we have the pressure because it's nice to play with the pressure. We want to win again, of course. And last year, as I say, it was a great season. But this is a new year, and we live the present of the first game today, and we want to win as always, no?
Thank you very much. Hope you have a good start of the season of the cup, and we can see Habtoor going through to the finals again.
Dale, bueno, gracias Eva. It's good to have Polo Line always with us since the first year. So let's see. I wish we have all a great season.
Thank you very much, Guille. Adam, I just heard the lineups. For you to make your life easier, you can call him Lolo Bajugar, because Bartolome is a big name. So it's Lolo Bajugar, is the brother of Bauti. And back to you, Adam.
Thank you very much indeed, Seb. That's great news, and great to hear a few words there from Guillermo. And of course, being the current holders of the Silver Cup and the Gold Cup, it'll be interesting to see how this new team forms together, though I think it should come together really well indeed, with Juan Jarechi and Bauti having played a lot together over here in the UAE, though unfortunately Bauti was off for the Gold Cup after breaking his elbow, and he was substituted at the last minute there by Horacio Fernandez Llorente, flown in last minute, fresh horses, and did a sterling job of taking home the Gold Cup. But with Lolo out there, Bauti's little brother, I'm sure these two will fit in together well. And I believe actually Juan and Lolo played in France together. And maybe, yeah, I think they did play in France together. So we'd love to hear from you all, ladies and gentlemen, on our social media, which is Facebook, of course, which is the easiest one to drop a few comments, and we can see if we can get those, give you a good shout out. And of course, at Polo Line OK on Instagram, Facebook at Polo Line Int, and at Polo Line TV on YouTube. But of course, jump onto the app, and that is by far the best place to keep up to date with all the polo, what is going on throughout the world. And our umpires on the field are Peter Wright and Howard Smith, with the third man being Santiago Torgueta. So you just see here now we have in the Habtoor camp, just putting the final touches, just quickly changing after warmed up, and looking to come out here now for this first chukker. And hopefully I will have the horse list in time, and then we can just give the recognition that is due, of course, for these horses. And for Habtoor, for coming out in the first chukker, Mohammed Habtoor will be coming out macho, splitting there with Candy. For Lolo, we will have Greja and Pascalina. For Bautista, starting off on Faye, and then swapping on to Jama. And for Juan Jarechi, we have Schweppes and Pilon. So I'll be looking forward to see how these horses go, and I'll be mentioning them as we go through. And we'll notice that we will have a few splits, and a couple of them will actually end up coming back in and being repeated. And let's see who are going to be the superstars here of the Gold Cup Series. And for Bangash, for Haida Bangash, we'll have Marlo and Cockatero, which he'll be starting off on. And Fede looking to start off on Rocky and Tradicion. Manero will be on Tebiana and Chiva, and Tomasito will be on Sonri and Triple. So, keep an eye out for these horses, trying to remember a few of the names, and then we'll see what we can do about trying to pick a few champions out here this afternoon as we go forward through the tournament as it progresses. You just saw a nice team photograph there of Habtoor Polo. As Mohammed goes up to get up onto Macho. And the umpire's just giving them all a little bit of a call up here now, so we can get this underway. We'll be starting off from the far side of the field, on the Villa side of the field, for the first three chukkers. The half-time break, and then the last two chukkers will be thrown in from here. Being played over 5 chukkers, of course, here. We're enjoying this lovely winter weather here in Dubai, in the mid-20s, with a nice cool breeze. Few clouds in the sky, which is good to see, keeps the heat at bay. There you have Haida coming on there in the familiar white helmet with a blue peak, matching his shirt in vice versa colours. Coming out there with Fede. Haida makes his way forward here now, up to the middle of the field. And there you have, of course, Marquito Penelo, who's playing for the Habtoor team in the 12 goal at Dubai Polo Equestrian Club, which is the Federation 12 goal. This tournament, of course, sponsored by Accenture Events, Diamond Lease, and, of course, Al Gulami. And we'll go through and tell you a little bit more about them as we go forward, which is thank you very much indeed to our sponsorship of these companies. It's greatly needed for these tournaments, and very much so appreciated for them to be able to be so. It looks like the two teams are pretty much over on the other side. Got Howard just popping back over here for some reason. Oh, no, it's Peter rather. So Howard just giving the captain's armband is what it was to Bautista. Of course, only the captain's allowed to ask the umpires what the foul was for, or clarification there of it. So let's hope we're going to have a nice clean game out here this afternoon to open up. And then our second game, of course, at 4 o'clock local time, will be between Wolves by Cafu against the might of the UAE. Wolves, pretty much the same team as last year, very strong team indeed, and very well mounted, with a lot of pros bringing their horses in, as we do have here too. We have the likes of the Vejigas and also Haurechi bringing their own horses in, which seems to be pretty much the norm here nowadays. So as you see on there, we get half a goal started is for Bangash. So just a little chat to the umpires there. Peter Wright looks like he's going to be throwing this in first. I believe it is from here. And then we'll get this first match underway. Actually, that's Howard just having a quick little chat with them there, and then we'll get this underway. So let's see which way they're going to go. The way they're lined up at the moment is Bangash going towards the scoreboard, with Habtoor going towards the Villas, from right to left for Habtoor. And there we have a few of the other players just over here, just watching these games. So there it is, the ball's into play. We're underway here now in the first of the Silver Cup 2025. Bautista Bezigar fizzes that one up forward. They're looking for Hareche. Hareche going back with him is Fede. Sneaks that one inside Fede, who came in on the near side. Goes a little bit wide on that one there. Does Hareche. Goes, looks for the cut shot. Couldn't quite pick that up. Fede cleverly managed reflex action and picks that one up beautifully. Goes with the next shot. Takes that one off the board. But it's only going to go as far as Hareche. But looking to come in onto that, there was Ringa. And so let's see what the umpires decide onto that one there. We can just see on the repeat here. It comes off those boards and who had that line. But in fact, maybe what it was is you see you had a Habtoor player impeding the right of way as the two players came in opposite directions to meet each other on that one there. So, Tomasito to bring this in here now. Tomasito brings it forward, taps it up there. Up to his marker this time. He lets that one go. Nice strong shot up to about the halfway. Looking here now for Ringa. Ringa getting a move on here now, but going back with him there is Bautista. He goes with a good centering shot. Bauti closing up the inside of the field and keeping control of the man, but the first onto it. Lovely ride off there by Haider on Hareche, but Hareche picks up the spoils here and makes a turning play and comes away with the ball here nicely, confidently. On his near side comes Bauti. Bauti comes in, being harassed there by Podolski, but he comes away, but as there's a bit of a hook went in there, and I think unfortunately for Haider, he just drifted across the back of the horse as he came in with that hook, which we'll see on the replay here now. Comes in on it, and he goes with the hook, but unfortunately as the momentum just carried him to the other side of the horse, which results in a spot penalty now for Habtoor. So, Hareche brings it forward. Hareche comes up here for Lolo, just in there, looking after Tomasito. Leals off it, leaves it now for Bauti. Looks, here's the call. Up the middle of the field is what he's looking for. Goes in, tries to get a little bit more onto that one there. Does Lolo. Couldn't get onto it there. Does Hareche, but coming back onto it here now is Ringa. Ringa comes onto it. Takes it deeper down his own territory. Fede keeps Hareche off out of it. He has to go back to his near side to pick it up here now. Does Fede von Potowski. Potowski just scoops that one nicely under that. You see Tomasito keeping Hareche out of the play here now. Comes forward once again. Here's the call. Doesn't quite get as much as you would like to have got on that one there as Bauti comes in and fizzes that one straight down the field here this time. Looking to come onto it there is going to be the near side play of Bautista. Bautista Bezigar. Bauti settles down on it, makes a turn, brings a man into him. He's got a little brother in there to try and keep Ringer off him. He's got a little workhorse in that play. Hareche possibly slightly pushed over that play there by Fede. When Fede comes in with the backhand only as far as one. Hareche just gets a nice bit of time given to him there by the good work of Lolo. Yields off, leaves it for Bautista. Gets a little bit of protection from Hareche and sends this one up here forward here now for Lolo. Lolo going up forward at pace. But first back onto this one. There comes onto it is Haider, but as he does on his near side, umpire's whistle goes and probably felt that he wasn't quite parallel to that line and maybe infringed the right of way after hitting the ball. But let's have a look on the replay here now for our viewers at Polo line. So the ball's been dropped down here now for a penalty two in favour of Habtoor Polo, looking to open up their account. 4:44 on the clock. So Bautista comes round onto the play here now. Bauti comes up, drives, shoots, sends that one forward and straight through the goals. It is putting the first goal on the board here in the Silver Cup. Bautista Bezigar. 1 goal to Habtoor. Half goal and handicap to Bangash. So two teams back to the middle of the field. Changing ends, of course. Ball being held aloft there. Ball into play. Into play it comes. Off the back of the line out. It is going to be Bautista once again. Bautista dribbling that ball in the air. Truck couldn't quite carry it that bit further forward, but it's now picked up near side play, stick side play here by little brother Lolo. Lolo comes in once again. This time he gets hooked off out of it well there by Bangash. And now it's going to be Ferry to pick it up. Pulls that one away from Lolo. Looks to come away from him. Lolo comes in on the near side. Very accurate indeed. Be interested to see how he goes. Goes with the near side backhand. Unfortunately left that one behind. It is now going to be Ferry to pick this one up. Nice little half play there by Podolski. Podolski keeps it short. Takes that one away from Mohammed. Can't come onto it. Looks to pick it up once again. Does Podolski. It just falls a little bit low behind him. But next up to it here now is Haider, who sends a good strong ball up the field here. First back onto it though. Looks like it will be Mohammed. Spoils the attack there as Ferry reaches out to try and pick it up. But it's now picked up here by Lolo. Lolo gets hooked off out of it. Left though for Haurechi. Haurechi sends this down the boards here this time. Once again looking for Bautista, but well covered and marked off out of that play there by Ringer. Ringer's ball goes out towards the boards, but crossing in front of Bejagar is Podolski. Goes to the driving shot, drills that one up forward. Looking there for Tomasito. Tomasito stalled on that play a little bit, and it's now taken and picked up here by Lolo. Lolo takes the hook and retains possession of the ball here now. Gets hooked off out of it this time and picks it up and takes it forward and sends a nice little backhand in, but it's only to the red shirt there of Habtoor. Haureche giving a little bit of coverage for Bautista. Bautista just settles things down a little bit. Takes the anxiousness out of it and just keeps this ball moving forward. And he's just knocked that ball out. I think maybe there was a break. They were just chatting with the umpire just before. So it'll be interesting to see what it is they're going to do on it. But in the meantime, they're certainly going to go and change ponies. So as the two teams go to the respective camps, we will be having formal half chuckers here during the Silver Cup. And there you see Bautista going back to his camp to quickly change. And so we have Aslam Saeed. We see he's watching. Aslam based over at Dubai Polo and Equestrian Club. Getting a chance to watch in there on Facebook. So the teams are coming back to the middle. Here now, of course, the finals of this tournament will be playing today, Wednesday, play Saturday, then play next Tuesday, next Saturday, and then next Tuesday. And the finals being on the 1st of February. And then there'll be a short break until we go into the Gold Cup. And so a ball is dropped down here now for Tomasito, who sends that one forward in a very sportsmanlike fashion and pushes that one up for Haurechi to pick up here now and make the turn. Haurechi decides to take that one underneath the neck. Away from the players, getting protection there. Podolski being kept off out of it. Podolski's new best friend Lolo sends that one up here now, up forward, looking to get onto that one there was Lolo. The backhand comes in there by Haider, thwarting that attack, and now it's going to be picked up by Podolski. Having been with Haider for some 10 years, I think it is now, if not more, and they know each other well and can trust each other as Tomasito picks that one up on the boards and looking to send that one up there for Ringer. Ringer realising he possibly can't get into that one there because it's been well covered there by Haurechi. He yields off it and leaves it in turn there for Lolo. Lolo picks it up, makes a turn. He's got big brother in behind. Bauti opens shoulder up, looks to send that one up. Doesn't get the shot he's looking for. Came off the back of the pony here now. And the ball goes out there towards the boards for Lolo to try and pick up. Sticks in the air looking for something out of that one there. Looks like it's Ringer, but it's now going to be Tomasito trusting it, trying to take this one away. Does so from Haurechi. Looks up towards the goal and sends this one up forward here this time. It's gone a little bit short. Hasn't quite got to the goal. You see he's just kept off out of that play nicely there as Bautista checks up the pony here. Bauti. Haurechi in there. Clears it away for him as Bauti comes on the move. Looks to avoid that hook. Gets half hooked off out of it and couldn't quite pick it up. Ringer working hard out here, this young man. First time, I believe, here in the UAE. Checks, turns, comes back inside here nicely. Goes up onto that one there. Felt it was infringed or something with a big yell of anguish, but we now have Lolo coming forward with it. Oh, a little bit of confusion maybe. He had to go back and pick that up. Looking for that one there was Patowski, but it's been kept and sent up forward nicely here by Lolo, looking for Bautista. But first onto it is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito makes a turning play, comes back inside, straightens himself up. He's out there in front. He could do with someone to pass this to, or some people to clear the way so he can actually get a move on. So he checks it, checks up, steadies up, comes back inside, lets two of his players get up forward. Hareche lurching, waiting for him. Tries to send this one underneath the neck and drills that one straight into Juan Hareche's pony. And we get a whistle on the play. You see there, he was just trying to make some space. His two players went up forward, but just didn't quite get the pinpoint accuracy he was looking for, and it just came off the pony, so therefore we will have a spot penalty here now. Well, certainly a penalty. The umpires actually look like they're moving forward a little bit here now. Juan Hareche has just opted to try and change that pony anyway. A wise move. And so they're having a little bit of a discussion here. It's just been explained to Tomasito that he had plenty of options. I felt it was a little unnecessary to make the play that he did. And it's frowned upon very much so. After all, the rules of Polo set up for safety of horse and player. And therefore, they're moving this one up forward here now to what looks like a penalty for a 60-yard penalty in favour of Habtoor. Very consistent, the umpires here, knowing each other well. Peter Wright, of course, being chief umpire of the HPA, and Howard Smith, chief umpire at Guards Polo Club. So the ball just being teed up there by Bautista. Players called. For the 60-yard penalty here now. Got some amazing ponies as Bautista comes up onto this, drives that one well. Lovely platform to hit the ball off, and there it is. Through the goals it goes. Make it 2 goals now to Habtoor, with half a goal for Bangash on handicap. So back to the middle. You can see the replay here. It was literally almost dead bang through the centre there. Makes such a difference when you've got a good hitting platform. So 2 teams lined up once more. Quickly back into it here now, looking to get it up forward, up onto that play, but it looks like Tomasito comes away with the first 2 to goes. Trying to steal that one there is Lolo, but we've also got a player coming from the other direction as well, and we get a whistle on that play, and therefore that there will end Chucker number 1, with the score being 2 goals to Habtoor and half a goal to Bangash. So now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So back again now, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get this chukker underway. And for Bangash, Hyde will be coming out on Princesita. Splitting that there with Piwi. Ferry on Rabbi. And Patito. Ringa on Chino and Cambio. With Tommy on Cat and Noshera. So let's see how they get on. Keep an eye out for these horses. See who's going to be starring. Drop us a message on Facebook. You'll be able to see great coverage there. And great opportunity to interact. With Mohammed looking to come out on Mafalada. Lolo on Maestra. Bauti. He's coming out on Tregue. And of course, we have Bratislava coming out here now for Juan Hareche. And you see Mohammed just joined them here on Mafalada. So start chucker number 2. It's 2 goals to a half. With the ball in possession of Habtoor Polo and Bautista Bejiga. Bauti looks to see what his options are. Sends a good long strong ball. Looking to get that one up forward there for Lolo. But first onto it is going to be Ferry up onto this play here now. Ferry, actually, no, it's Ringer, sorry. He didn't quite get as much onto that as he would have liked. Little backhand being played there nicely. There by Lolo in towards the goal, but just couldn't quite get there in time as it's covered well by Ferry von Petovsky. Petovsky on the rampage here now, looking to unleash Haider. Haider up onto the play here now. Haider hits a lovely ball up over the halfway line. Going in onto this is Haureche. Haureche managed to establish himself on that line before. Bautista on that here now. Bautista on that here now. Ferry yields off, leaves it now for Ringer. Ringer sends it up once again there for Ferry. Ferry then marking each other closely here now. Goes with the shot, tries to send that one in. Does ricochet off the pony, but trying to get onto that one there is Tomasito. And we can see there Lolo's got himself established on that line. And so we got a whistle on the play. Let's see what the replay looks like here from the drone. You see Tomasito trying to sneak in onto that one. He gave it the chance, had to chance his arm. But on this occasion, the umpire's just pulling him up. So Juan Hareche to bring it in here now. Wancho brings it up there, Marco Ferry. Looks see what his options are. Nice weighted pass there for Bautista. Way to him, though, is Ringer. Goes with a good long shot straight at the middle there. This time looking for Lolo, but going back with him pace for pace. It is going to be Tomasito. Tomasito couldn't quite pick it up, so he's left it now for Haider, who gets called off it by Fede. Fede comes in, goes with a strong backhand out there looking for Ringer. He looks it onto his stick side, crosses over because the ball flicks over to his near side. Very unfortunate there for him. But there wasn't a lot that could have done because he half stopped the ball in doing so. Came up on his other side, as we can see here now. The backhand from Fede. Goes forward, and you see crossed over back onto his stick side. Might have got away with it. He played on his near side, but that's easy to say from here. As the ball is dropped down for a penalty 5. A spot penalty in favour of Habtoor Polo. Being teed up by Bautista. Sending Juan Hareche and little brother up forward. Mohammed looking for a little bit of space, and he's having a good tussle up there with Haider. So, Bautista comes up to this one here now. Bauti drives it long, strong. It's a little bit out towards the left. It's got the length, but unfortunately it's going to go wide. Out to the left-hand side. So the ball will be placed down on the back line here now. With Tomasito Fernandez Llorente to bring it into play. Play's being called, so he's going to have to go back for it. He just went over the top of it. Lolo comes in to put the pressure on. Try and keep him honest on this one here. Gets told to use it this time. Gives that ball a lovely ride up the field. Getting very close to those boards. And unfortunately for him, it just hops out over the boards. And so we'll get a free hit in favour of Habtoor where it went out of play. Peter Wright just counting it down. For Juan Hareche. Juan cuts that out into space for Lolo to run onto, but going back with him there, it is Tomasito gets the hook, leaves it now for Fede. Fede comes up onto this one well here. Fede, a power horse here in the Bangash organisation and on the field. Fede von Potocki looks to come back inside. Old Bautista runs it himself. Rega's got the pony to get up through and past. You've got Harechi there, but when he comes in, gets a good ride off there. Does Bauti, leaving it for Harechi, who gets ridden off out of it and turned there by Ringa. Couldn't get the back anchor. Tomasito get left here now for Lolo. Lolo looks to see what his options are. Brother goes up forward, doesn't quite get there to him, but the man to pick this up is going to be Potocki once again. Near side play here by Bauti. Bauti comes in, just exaggerating the line change on there slightly. Lovely little backhand by Hareche there, unleashing Lolo. Lolo going forward here now, looking for the next shot. Goes in with that one then, drills it forward, but no, it just goes wide to the right-hand side. Lovely play there between Juan Hareche and Lolo Bejaga. And so we've got a quick change going on here now. Not all of them coming back to their camps, as it were. You see Hareche and Bauti are, but you've got Lolo and Mohammed going up to the top corner to quickly change. We're about halfway through this chukker. They called the free change. No goals scored so far here in this chukker. But an optimum moment to change. A good opportunity just went a begging there for Habtoor. And there we go. We have Tomasito just mounting back up again. There with Hyder in the background mounting up too. So players will come back out onto the field. We'll be starting off with a hit in from the Villa end as Tomasito makes his way over to bring this ball into play. Lolo, Juan and Montito just having a quick little chat as they make their way into the middle of the field as well. So, Ringa. There you can see they're just milling around, having a quick little team chat. Plays called, so they're going to move on with this. Tomasito circling around up onto the play here now to bring it in for Bangash. Tomasito taps it up forward. Tomasito sends a long driving shot, looking there for Hyder. It goes a little bit wider of him, couldn't get onto it. Who's going to be first on to surface onto this one? Backhand there by Lolo, looking for Bauti. Bauti coming in with a hook there on Tomasito, but couldn't pick it up. Hareche over the top of that one there, and it's sent up now for Ringa. Ringa up on the play, goes with the first time play, looking to send this up now for Hyder. Hyder trying to slip in front of Lolo, and we get a whistle on the play. It's the old usual one, it's line man, then ball. And you see that ball being passed up there. And clearly on that line is Lolo. And so the ball's placed down where the foul occurred, and we will have Juan Hareche to bring it into play again. Juan taps it up forward. Checks up on the play here now with Fede there with him. Fede looking to come in onto that one now. Oh, he tempts him into it, but the pony just lets him down, just balks on him a little bit, couldn't quite get into it. Clearly could Hareche, but comes away with it well. Near side onto the stick side, but it's going to be Fede to scoop that one round on his near side to take possession of the play here now. Potocki looking for a runner or looking for someone to make some space for himself. Just keep moving this ball forward as they're all looking after their men well. He's looking to get a little bit closer and probably hopes to try and make a shot from here. Potocki opens it up and sends that one in. Tries to stop it, but unfortunately nobody's going to stop that one there from Potocki. Very good play there. Very good discipline there from the Bangash team as they turned around and cleared the way. Took their men well and cleared them off, allowing Fede to take that ball closer to a place where he was more comfortable in making a shot at goal. And there it is. First goal on the board there for Bangash by Federico von Potocki. So two teams back to the middle. 2.5, 1. Half a goal the difference here now. Oh, we get a whistle on that there. Umpire just looking for a little bit of order or something there in. There it is. This time ball into play. Nice and clear. They're just telling them not to get not too much of that barging and keep a little bit of a gap so we can get that ball in and hopefully get it out so we don't get these nasty little melees. And we get a whistle on the play. Maybe we've got a little bit of fishing going on here. Let's see if we can see something. Might not be able to see it from the drone, actually. But you see... But we have a ball moved up for a 60-yard penalty. Being teed up by Bautista. So you can probably hear we've got a bit of a breeze. It's coming from, as Bautista starts to approach this one, it's coming from his left-hand side. So Bauti comes up to it, strikes it beautifully well indeed, and straight through those goals it is, and rebounding off the scoreboard there. A beautifully executed penalty there by Bautista Mejigar, giving them the breathing room once more. 3 goals it is to Habtoor, 1.5. You can see on the replay. Such an asset to the team. So 3 to 1.5 it is. Ball back into play. Off the back of the line-out. Ringer has that. Goes under the neck. Heard the call from Tomasito. Looking to come onto it. Tomasito going back with him there is Lolo. Goes in. And he got a cut shot on that one there when he was looking to try and get over the top of it. But good pressure there by Lolo. So the ball on the back line here now for Habtoor to bring into play by Juan Harechi. Juancho taps it out forward. Fede comes to meet him. Goes under the neck for Bautista. Bautista just has to check and come back because he's got Tomasito coming towards him. Lolo's in there as well, looking to give him a little bit of space. You see him taking behind the man. Bautista keeping on coming forward. The boys are out there on the run. Goes up the middle of the field this time. Looking for that one there is Mohamed Habtoor. Mohamed gets a good driving shot on that one there. Waiting for him though. Looking to pick it up though is going to be Haider. Haider comes in strong as ever. Those backhands cuts it open nicely. The near side backhand getting onto that one beautifully was Lolo and sends it back into the spoils once again. There's only be picked up here by Ringer. Ringer makes a turn. Ringer comes and straightens himself up once more. Ringer checks up. Goes on the move here this time. Sends the boys up forward. First Hooter goes. Ringer just kept there by Hareche. Looks to cut this one up forward. Gets that one cleanly now for Tomasito. Tomasito going back with Bautista. You've got Lolo going back with Fede. Comes off the back of the pony. He's going to have to go back, regain this ball once again right in front of us here. At Polo line. Comes forward once more. Comes up onto it. In comes Fede. Takes the man. Leaves it now for Fede Bompatowski. Does Tomasito. Goes underneath the pony. Nice shot there by Fede. Steps that one through. But it's only going to go as far as Juancito. Comes off the pony and ricochets. There goes the second Hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So that there will end Chukka number 2 with the score being 3 goals it is to Habtoor and 1.5 to Bangash. It's only a goal apiece scored in that second Chukka. So the teams will leave the field here now. Change ponies. Sure, they'll have a quick little bit of a chat even though it's not half time. To come back out again. We'll be starting off with a roll-in on about the 60-yard line in front of Habtoor's goal. So now we'll go back to a few messages from Polo Line.
Driving one forward, Jacob Meta great front. Gulo's coming back on Nina. Jacob Meta picks that one up in the air and then takes it up into the 60. Sali's not going to be able to help her. Jacob Meta takes a shot and she scores. Great goal from Jacob Meta. She's riding a horse called Simpatica and she's done fantastically well there to pick up the pass of Monteverdi. Great approach shot. Solari waiting now. Kian fills in behind him. But he's had it stolen. His pocket picked. by the 7-goaler, Teo Lacau. Somehow he still gets it, rolls his wrist and picks it up in the air. He's all of those 7 goals, this guy. He's showing his class. He's come alive in this chukker number 2. Heading towards the goal with just 40 seconds left. Oh, he's over the top of it. Followed up well though by Bounty. Near side, under the neck. Wow, and Nuna well and truly back in this game. 3.5 goals to 3.
So 2 teams coming back out here now to get this crucial chukker underway to see who's going to be in command of this game going into half-time, with Mohamed Habtoor coming out on Ginebra. Lolo looking to come out on Cancion. Tiptronic here for Bauti. And let's see who we have for. It looks like it's 24 for Juan Jaureche. And just see what ponies are coming out on here, because it is very important, this third chukker. Pabito for Haida. Pampero for Gringa. Fede out on Elaja. And Mona for Tomasito. So there it is, the ball back into play. And off the back of the line out, it is going to be Fede von Potowski comes away with this one here now. Fede looking to thread one through, but as he tries to have a crack at that one, didn't quite get the ball through the goals, and it just goes wide. So Habtoors. Juan Jaureche to bring it in here now. Juancho comes up forward. Opps to go by himself. He's got Bauti in behind. Fede tried to come in, couldn't. Nice little diversion of play there across the field here for Juan to run onto. Got himself a nice little bit of space. It's all about diversionary tactics to try and get away, and sends that ball first time here now for Bautista. Bautista couldn't quite pick that one up on the near side, but Tomasito does. Tomasito swaps back over to a stick side. Here's the tail call there by Fede. He turns and then sends it up nicely there for Fede. Lovely weighted pass for Fede to get up onto. Wanting to get across. Fede out towards the middle of the field here this time. Fede goes deep down wider. Didn't quite get the approach shot he was possibly looking for, but he looks to take. Juan Jaureche goes onto that near side, but leaves it here this time for Mohamed. Mohamed comes in, looks to pick that one up and sends it forward, but it's picked up by Fede once again near side, back to his stick side. Might have shown a little bit too much of that one there for Bautista, and he does. Goes up away with the play here now, does Bautista. Bautista showing his wares out here. Lovely play by him, but gets a good bump and a thump and leaves it there for little brother, but in comes Tomasito to pick it up off the bounce of the boards. And Gringa comes in to give him a bit of a helping hand as well. Tries to weave his way through, and he does very nicely. He decides to take the roundabout route and come round once again. Comes in onto that and steals it there. Does Lolo. Lovely little cheeky play there by Lolo. Comes up onto it. Haida knows he can't go into there. He opts to keep this one short. He's got Big Brother going up forward and goes on the run here this time. It's a horse race here now as we have Bautista and Fede going back onto it. Bautista looking to swoop this one underneath the neck. Oh, and he just goes wide. Didn't quite get over that at top of that one enough. Didn't quite get the angle he was looking for and get it through the goals, but lovely linking work there between the two brothers. And you can see he passed that one up nicely and just went wide. So, Tomasito for Bangash to bring this one in here now. Haida trying to hunt down Bauti. Mohamed tried to hunt down Bangash. Now he yields off, leaves it, comes out wide as Fede quickly changes the ball there for Haida. Haida got himself out to a nice bit of space, eluded his man. Comes up for the play, does Fede. Fede couldn't quite pick that one up, but it's going to be this time. Lolo comes in, takes the hook, couldn't quite pick up the ball, but Fede is sitting, waiting, looking for that one there, and he just sends a nice weighted pass up for Tomasito that comes a little bit short. So Fede comes back onto his own play, and just looking up to see where he was going, left that one behind, so it's going to be picked up and tidied up here now by Jaureche. Jaureche yields off, leaves it, flicked away there, played back by Ringer, plays a little back tap on the pony as well, and it's now picked up here by Bautista. Bautista looking to come away with it. Ringer working hard, trying to get round, up onto the play. Bauti comes away from a man. Ringer looking after Jaureche. Fede being looked after by Lolo. So Ringer back there for Bauti. Yields off for Jaureche. Jaureche looking to come forward. caught into a little bit of no man's there was Ringer. And we can see on the replay here, he just turned, and an effort, say, was made by Hareche to go to the left of him, but it looks like it's going to go. Umpire's just discussing it, but it's possibly going to go in favour of Bangash. But it's a good point in this chukker just to quickly change ponies. You can see there, hopping from one to the other there is Tomasito. Tomasito on Alcala, and we have a 5B in favour of Bangash. So Fedor Montovsky just teeing that one up, and so we'll see how it goes with this here now. And from that play, I mean, yeah, he was caught in a little bit of no man's land, but the umpires must have deemed he could have made a little bit more effort to avoid him rather than the collision. It was a very heady play. If he hadn't made contact with him, he would have certainly been impeding him. As you could see what Juan Hareche was trying to do. He was looking to put that ball slightly to the right of him, but unfortunately Ringer just got himself locked up and had nowhere to go. So we have a 5B in favour of Bangash. Players called. And Tomasito looks like he's going to be taking this one round as he comes round on Nakalda. Goes for the first time play, gives that ball a beautiful ride straight up the front door. It's going all the way it's going, but there's nothing they can do about it. They can't get back to that in time. And a beautiful 5B there by Tomasito Fernandez Llorente to score the goal from the halfway line. You see there with their men, and then Hareche tried to scurry back to it, but it was all just a little bit too late, so we're back to 2.5 to Bangash. 3 goals to Habtoor with that half-goal margin once again. So lining up here. Umpire Smith out the back of the line, out nice and clean, looking for that one. There is Fede, hooked off out of it on the near side. Lolo reaches out, reaching out a long way on his near side. There was Tomasito to pick it up and control the play here now. Hareche goes back in there, trying to get him to unload it or make a play. Does so, because you have Haider unmarked here at this point in time. Haider just flicks that one in towards the middle of the field. I think there was a leave called on that, and it goes up for Bauti. Bauti gets away with the hook, looks to get up past his man, looking for the persuader. There's Tomasito as Bauti just edges past the man here now. A beautiful approach shot there by Bautista. A little bit wide to the right, comes up on this one, comes up to the man, goes with a little flick shot, roots that one away beautifully. Lovely play there by Bautista Vejagar. Tomasito looking for a little bit of something out of that there. Maybe we can see it on the replay. He was just coming across to him. Tomasito possibly thinking he's coming across to me in front of me, so was that dangerous or not? The umpire's deeming no, it wasn't dangerous, and the goal stands. And so we're back to the margin there for Habtoor 4 and 2.5 to Bangash. And it looks like we've got a Polo shoe just being picked up off the field here. And so the whistle goes just so the umpires can get back into order, and then we'll get this throw in once more. A lot of people enjoying it here this afternoon, watching this first of the Silver Cup games. Ball into play. Out the back of the line, out it comes. Bautista comes away with it here now. Bauti gets hooked off out of it. Leaves it for Lolo. Lolo just checks up on it. Looks to try and take the hook and flick it away there from Tomasito, and now it's Hareche. Hareche picks up the spoils. You see Tomasito in there with Lolo. Comes in behind there as Bauti goes with a long shot, looking to drop that one down for Mohammed. But it's going to looks like it's going to go all the way, but to the right-hand side and out over the back line it is. So Tomasito to bring it in again here now for Bangash. Tomasito this time winds up, unleashes it here now to unleash the Kraken in the form of Bangash. Haider Bangash. Haider takes this one. Oh, he was looking to take that off the boards, but unfortunately it just hops out over the boards. And so giving possession here now for a free hit in favour of Habtoor. So Haureche in with the play here now. Haureche, who's got Bauti in behind, goes up forward. Bautista gets into this one, doesn't lean into that as much as he would like to have done so, and it's going to be left for Ringer. Dummies the backhand, turns the play. He's got Tomasito gone forward. Has he got the strength to play that one up forward? He gets half stopped in the play. It deflects off out towards the side, leaving a near side player there for Lolo. Gets there before Pitowski does. It's nicely picked up here by Ringer. Ringer in there. Drives this one up forward, and a lovely pass by Ringer up the front door into the danger zone. But it looks like it's going a little bit wide, but it's going to be left there for Lolo to send that backhand out for Big Brother to come in. But Big Brother's kept off that play by Tomasito, but he steals it away from him on the near side. Beautifully does Bautista. Bautista on his near side, up the boards on the far side here now. Bautista checks up. The bell, the hooter goes. The first hooter's gone. He's got Haureche at pace gone forward here now. And it is. He loves running forward, does Haureche. But it look, Bauti's going to keep this ball. He's going to bring it forward himself. Keeps tapping this ball. He hasn't got the pressure on him. He tries to tap this ball in the air. Does so. Looking to run this one all the way home. Does Bautista Bezaga to finish off chucker number 3 with a beautiful goal by Bautista. Making it 5 goals to 2.5. And one more man to get past. They managed to get through that one nicely there. He was slightly impeded, but there was no stopping Bautista. Bautista, after that long run, made the pony work and hopes to come back for more. You see the little bit of horsemanship there. Got off his pony, undoes the girth, lets it have a good breather, and will now go into the half-time with a few messages and adverts from Polo Line, with the score being 5 goals to 2.5.
Well, like you say, it's been 15 years. We started at 12th goal and only 4 chuckers. And from there, we did a few years like that. Then we went to 15 goals, to 16 goals, and 5 chuckers, 18 goals. Now it's 20 goals. And yeah, very competitive tournament. Everybody likes to win it, and it's quite good. It's very attractive. It's although it's 5 teams in the 20 goal, there is 9 teams playing in the 12th goal. So originally it was only like the high goal, and there were the teams playing in that tournament. Now the evolution of the polo in Dubai is taking us that there is a lot more teams. some of them will stay at 12 goals, some might go up to 20 goals in a few years. Pieres is a brand name in polo, and they won so many tournaments all over the world. It's always good to have a name like that playing in the tournaments. You have the religious month here, that is Ramadan, involved in the season. For a few years we will have it in the middle of the season, so the season gets shorter because of the religious month. But we still manage to play. We're playing a 12th goal and a 20 goal. The start of the 20 goal still together with the 12th goal. So they're playing both tournaments at the same time.
Illuminati managed to pick it up, then they had come back in toward the goal. This is a wonderful horse here, Lacau. Plays a shot up forward, found himself a bit of space here, but he's out to the right. Can he bring it in, stops that horse and turns it back toward the goal. My word, what a play from Teo and Illuminati. Great goal there. Wow, very impressive. He stole the ball right up on the halfway line from...
Oh, we're about to get underway with the second half of this match. Bangash already keen, waiting in the middle of the field as Habtoor start to mount up. And so coming out in this chukker, we'll have Mohammed coming out on Vindimia. Lolo wasn't quite sure what he was going to come out in the fourth chukker, depending on how the others went. But after that great goal scored by Bautista on Bomba, we'll be coming out on Tombola. And Juan Jaureche looking to come out here now on Renia. And of course, Haida Bangash coming out on the great Balthazar, stalwart in his string. Fede coming out on Corazon. Ringa on Pampero, and Tommy coming out on Baron. So that was a lovely last goal there by Bautista. Had options going forward, but decided to take it himself to make sure of it.
Behind the white line. If you go in there, this is a little bit, or right there, but a little bit further back.
Both umpires out on the field. Players just warmed up. All players on the field here. Umpire right. Looking to get this underway here now. We have a few stats for you there. Field goals, 2 from Habtoor, 1 by Bangash. Throw-ins, 4 to 5. Bangash winning most of those. Fouls, too many fouls by Bangash. 8 fouls to 2. Penalties, 3 from 3, 1 from 1. No corners. And good to see no yellow cards as Peter Wright just has a quick little last chat with the players. And looks to line them up as Thomas is just encroaching a little bit on that one there. Looks down to see, oh, where's that your white line? There you go. So, ball into play. stuck in the middle of that line out there. Once again, Pitofsky comes with it, looks to fizz that one up forward here now, but Hareche's got control of Tomasito. Opens up the backhand with a little bit of angle, trying to come onto that one there was Bautista, as Ringo was unable to do so. Too cute an angle as Bauti on the move here now. Bauti, here we go, Bautista on Tombola. He poaches that one beautifully. It's over the 40, up to the 30. Pitofsky's looking to cut him. He's looking for that little cut shot, and he drills that one with venom. And straight through the goals it is there for Bautista Mezigar, starting the chukker just as he finished the last with a great goal. And a beautiful backhand there just opened it up enough for Bautista to get onto. But he had a lot of work to do still. So, up onto the play here now. Out onto that one there, ball out the front of the line out. Mohammed looking on the near side, ball left, trying to come across in front of that one. There's Lola this time, but he's in front of two players. We get a whistle on that play. And so it's getting moved forward up here now for a penalty 4. And you can see the line there. And Lola unfortunately didn't have a play on that one there. And so Bangash, well positioned. Get this one moved up here now. Up for a penalty 4, a 60-yard penalty. And so, a 60-yard penalty for Tomasito. Tomasito comes in, drives, shoots about head height. Looks like it's just gone wide though. Just out to the right-hand side. So, it's on the back line here now for Hareche. Juan Hareche comes up forward, goes under the neck for Bautista. Classic diamond pattern here now. Looks to get the guys running up forward, but he just keeps moving himself. This time he lets that ball do the work up over the halfway line. Picked out there by Tomasito, but next onto it is going to be Hareche. Hareche looks to play the backhand, tries to get that into space there for Bautista. Looking for him though is Ringer. Goes up with it there, does Bautista. Bautista on the play here now. Looks to keep this ball running forward here now. Does so, but gets hooked off out of it. He's looking for his little brother to come pick it up, but first onto it is going to be Pitofsky. Pitofsky checks, turns, comes back in, gets some protection there by Tomasito. Goes back the other way. Comes back, facing back towards the middle of the field here now. Tomasito cuts in behind. And we get a whistle. Possibly there's something going on off the play as such. So the umpire's just having a chat with the players. Looks like actually Bautista just discussing there with the umpire. I think he might have just got a bit of a whack, just making sure he's all okay. And as Bangash were in possession of the play, we'll have a drop ball here now for Tomasito Fernandez Llorente to bring in. Lolo comes in. The challenge. He sends this one up forward here now looking for Fede. Fede cuts in behind of Bautista. He hears the call. Has to reach back. Pick it up again here this time. Does Fede. Fede. He's got all the guys going forward. Waits for that ball to come off the boards. He goes straight with it this time. He's going to try and get in there. Does Tomasito. Does. Slips away there from Lolo, but just overshoots that one slightly. And Lolo manages to come onto it nicely. Lolo in there with Pitofsky. Pitofsky working on him hard. He's coming six side, back onto his near side and comes away with it, comes around the corner and flicks this one in. Then it's Hareche to tidy up the spoils, but it's back into the melee once more, working hard, trying to get those Ringer, so is Bautista in to join them once again here. Is Tomasito, Pony just leaping and bobbling on him, reaches back, picks up the play. In comes Fede to give him a little bit of protection there here now. And Fede comes forward, it gets half hooked off out of it, retains possession here, does Pitofsky. Pitofsky trying to work this one forward. There's a lot of traffic in front of him, gets hooked off out of it, and it's now left here for Ringer to come onto. Near side backhand, closing the door there. There's Bautista once more, but first onto it's going to be Petowski. Petowski takes this one away. Petowski puts it away through the goals. Boy, they had to work hard for that one there. Habtoor thought they were just clearing that one away, but Petowski comes onto it. You see Lolo was looking for a turning play. The umpires must have deemed he'd actually made a clean play on the ball before he'd actually made the turn. So no whistle. We're about halfway through this chukker. So the umpires come back to the middle of the field. And have they asked for a free change? Yes, they have. So we get a whistle by the umpires, and they'll quickly change ponies. So the two teams go back to quickly change ponies here. The umpires will just wait for them. 6 goals it is to 3.5. You see Fede just hopping from one to the other there in the Bangash camp. So Fede is looking actually to get onto Rabbi. Hyder will see what he changes onto in a minute. With Tomasito looking to get onto Jackie. And we have, of course, as they come back on, Tira's just warming these ponies up. Juan Harechi looking to come onto Naomi. Mauti looking to come onto Estrella. Mohammed looking to have changed onto Popeye, but I'm not sure that is Popeye. So, two teams lining up there, just waiting for Fede just to sort his knitting out. So two teams come together, just umpire. Oh, and it looks like Lolo's found a shoe or something on the ground, so they'll quickly pick that one up, maybe. So there it is, ball back into play, evidently not. So, into play it is, trying to come away with Tomasito. Gets rid off there by Bauti. Bautista, where's he got? Bauti turns, gets faced up towards the goal. He's going to be attacking here now. He's got Lolo behind. He goes there with Tomasito. Flicks it back here this time for Lolo. Lolo gets met there by Ringer. Comes in behind, goes with underneath the next shot there for Big Brother, and it's now Bautista on the move here once again. Bauti cuts that one beautifully in towards the goal. It's gone a little bit wide though, unfortunately. Nice play between the two brothers. And a good attempt, but unfortunately just going wide. It was a nice little flick underneath the neck there as he came round behind him. Got into a good place, and unfortunately just opened the face of the mallet up a bit too much possibly, and it just goes wide. So Tomasito brings it into play here now. Tomasito sends this one forward, trying to get that one up to his teammate, but first up onto it is going to be Lolo. He's got Hareche gone forward, he goes forward, but he actually left it there for Ringer, intercepts it, but Bautista regains possession once more. Looking there to hunt him down is Petowski, takes a shorter line and takes the ball in possession of the play. It is Petowski coming forward here now. Petowski up there to Lolo. Bauti in behind with Ringer. Comes forward to try and take the ball, couldn't quite pick that one up. Nor could Ringer cleanly, comes back onto it, takes away from Bautista, does Ringer. Ringer underneath the neck, nice play there by him. Keeps this ball moving forward, goes by himself here, does Ringer. He's got Tomasito coming back to give a bit of help and support, needed at that point. Hyder comes in and comes forward, but it's going to be Harechi on the meet here now. Juan Harechi, this time tries to open it up, but shows too much of that to Tomasito. Cuts a little backhand in towards the middle of the field, but we get a whistle on that play. Let's see what the replay has on that one there. Did he show too much of it to him or not? Did he have the right that we came a little bit possibly too far from the left to the right to get to that play? But let's see what the umpires decide here now. There's a little chit chat. Habtoors are keen to move up forward. Maybe they believed he did have the right for that play. Harechi and Lolo were keen for that to go forward. Thought it was, but So the ball's placed down here now for a spot penalty, a penalty 5 in favour of Bangash, to be taken by Tomasito. It's well within range, as we've seen. By that 5B earlier in the match. Tomasito goes with a lovely pass, sends this one up forward, drops that one down, but it looks like Bautista's going to get onto this first. There with him is Ringa, putting the pressure on. Leaves it now. No, he uses Lolo as a bit of protection, goes by himself once again. Going forward, back with him there is going to be Fede on the near side. Tomasito takes possession of the play. Tomasito yields off for the backhand of Petovsky. Petovsky's backhand only as far as Hareche. Reciprocates, sends it back down towards the board into a little bit of space, and we have Tomasito picking up the spoils here, takes it forward, then plays a little backhand, looking to get this ball moving forward, and out there for Fede, but it's picked up there by Bautista. He goes acutely under the neck. The ball just gets caught up in its tracks there a little bit as Tomasito comes onto it. Lolo comes in to come put the pressure on him here now. It is Tomasito. Goes with the backhand, but as we do, we get the play, comes up onto it, went with the backhand, did Lolo. And the ball, we have a whistle on that play. Let's see what we can see from here now. Came in with the backhand, and in doing so drifted across in front of the player, and the umpires pulling up for that. Didn't manage to quite stay straight. A lot of people could learn from that. Instead of just going for the hook, try and make a play on the ball. And normally the minimum you'll do is actually hook the player. And by doing so with the backhand, you actually create a positive play rather than neutral, almost negative. So the ball's dropped down here now for a penalty 2 in favour of Bangash. And it looks like Fedivan Petovsky to take up the play here now. So 48 seconds, as it were, on the clock left in chucker number 4. We'll probably get time for another roll in if this goes through. Petovsky comes up. How dare I doubt him? The flag's aloft, and there it is. Bangash, another one on the board. 4.5 goals it is to Bangash. 6 goals to Habtoor. Let's see on the replay here now. Fede comes in really nice and calmly and puts that one away well. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. Umpire right, looking to get this underway. Does so. In the line it is. Hooked up with the mallet across the back there was Lolo. Now picked up by Tomasito. Tomasito hears the call, and Ringa goes up forward after this here now. Ringa up on the move, but going back with impatient pace there, and getting to this one first it will be Lolo. Nice, good, strong backhand by him, opening it up for Harechi to come onto, but Fede's got the mark of the man, and he takes it round up on the near side here once again. Petovsky, the first 2 to go. Petovsky looking for another one before the end of this chukker, looking at back in contention. Puts that ball up forward, but shows too much of it there for Bautista, who has just held in there and unleashed it. Who's up front there? It is Hareche. Leaves it though for Bauti. Bauti sends it forward once again, waits for it nicely, picks it up, looks to pick it up, couldn't quite pick up the bouncing ball. Good Hareche, and it now falls to Tomasito. Tomasito goes with the tail backhand on that near side, looking to send it up once more, but it's going to fall for Bautista. Bautista on the play, goes with a big neck shot, sends that one up forward. There goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there now will end chukker number 4, with the score being 6 goals it is to Habtoor. Bangash 4.5. So you saw that last play there by Bautista, looking to get that ball as close to that goal as possible, knowing that he was running out of time for the throw-in to be there on about 40 or 50 yards from the goal. And so now the players leave the field to change ponies before coming back out for the 5th and final chukker, this in the first match of the Silver Cup. And now go to a few messages from Polo. So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here for this fifth and final chukker in the first match of the Silver Cup 2025. With Mohamed Habtoor possibly coming back out on Macho. Yes, it is. Bouty looking to come out here on Magica. Hawareche looking to come out here in this fifth chukker. On, can't actually tell you because I didn't get it on my list, and it's the usual quick change and see who's played what and where and how much they played, and if they're fresh enough to bring them back out again. This is exactly what he's been doing. And so, the two teams up there on the field, umpire standing over the ball, looking to line these two teams up to get this fifth chukker underway. So, umpire right, lines them up, bowls that ball in, clean, nice, out the back of the line, out for Bautista. Bautista settles on the play, in comes Ringer, looking to spoil that play, gets away from it, him, does Bautista. Bautista going goal bound here, did he show too much of that one there? No, he comes up forward once again, Bauti onto his near side with a lot of pressure from Tomasito and also from Potolski. Puts a beautiful goal away there to open up the chukker for Habtoor. You see here he's coming in on it, flicks on the near side, and there's enough in there for Bautista, showing his silky skills out here this afternoon. 7 goals it is to Habtoor, 4.5 for Bangash. As the two teams line up in front of us here at Polo line, and the ball comes into play, and coming away with it first is going to be Lolo. Lolo away here now, going back with him there is Bangash. He's a little bit wide of goals. In comes Fede, looking for that hooking play, gets it, backhand comes in by Ringer. Nice and strong play by him out towards, but well read there by Hawareche toying there with Tomasito. Tomasito wanting this here, but Hawareche wants it more a little bit, and it comes away with it, but he leaves out on behind, and this time it looks like it's Ringer coming back into it. Had an absolute brilliant game here this afternoon as Ringer working his socks off here, and coming forward there was Tomasito, but next onto it, yields off it does Hyder, leaves it for Fede. Here's those familiar tones of Fede von Potolski, takes it forward, can't get onto that one is Lolo, and Fede comes onto it and sends that one up forward, up there looking for that there for Hyder, but there's no advantage coming from that play as Hawareche picked it up, and you can see here now, you see Lolo actually just came across him or impeded his way as he was coming through. The momentum is a daunting thought on the best days, having Potolski coming running up behind. And this is being brought up forward here now for a short penalty, a penalty too, it looks like, in favour of Bangash. An opportunity for them here to close that gap a little bit more. And Potolski on the short penalty. Scored a nice one earlier. To Potolski. Fede comes up, drops the mallet down on a lovely platform to hit the ball off, and through the goals it goes. 5.5 goals it is now to Bangash. 7 goals for Habtoor. So back to the middle quickly here now. Bangash looking for another one. Habtoor looking to keep them at bay and try to get a nice margin here now. Umpire right just moves them further in towards the middle of the field here. Still 5 minutes to play here in this chukker as the ball's into play. Skews off, out. First onto it is going to be Potowski. Hooked off out of it. But it's picked up here by Ringer. Ringer looks to try and set that one up there for Potowski. Potowski tries to get up, takes the man away from Ringer. And Ringer's going goal bound here now. A lovely little running goal there by Ringer. Taps it again. And through the goal it is. Lovely goal there by Gino Ringer. Making it 6.5 goals to 7. That's 2 quick goals there by Bangash, making the difference. A lot of time left. 4.5 minutes still left to play here in the 5th chukker. Superb goal there by Ringer. Umpire right, lines these two teams up. Ball into play, tries to go away. Potowski does so, picks it up, and he's on the loose here now. He slipped his man. Potowski looking to stick a ball this one all the way home, but Bautista's got other ideas. He's going to come back at him fast. He's a little bit wide to the right-hand side. No, it just carries too far, too fast for him. And out over the back line it goes. There was the opportunity for Bangash to go out into the lead, but they're just kept at bay by that narrow margin of half a goal, and you can hear a cry of anguish from Fede as the ball's on the back line here now. 1 Harichi to bring it into play. Harichi taps it up forward. Goes under the leg. Looking there for Bauti. Has to check up, loses a bit of momentum, but allows Ringer to get back to him. And Potowski. Ringer picks this one up here now. Ringer, he's hungry, but we get a whistle on that play. Oh, just a bit of discombobulation there in the camp. And we're looking for a free change here now. Have a repeat there from the drone. And you see a player hooking and slipping from one side to the other. That was one of the options that the umpires could have had a word about, but let's see what we come up with here now. So whilst the teams are still just quickly changing, let's see if we can find a few of the little bit of feedback here. But Bangash already on the field. So, a good afternoon to Dippy Dash. So wonderful. Let us know where you're actually calling from. Dippy Dash replied to Inez in Argentina. Anildes Minan as well. Great to see you're watching. Just let us know where you're actually tuning in from on Facebook messages, and then we can see if we can give you a little bit of a shout out here. And it looks like we have another short penalty here in favour of Bangash to be taken by Fedivon Potowski. So Potowski comes in, puts that one away. The flags are off with Bangash sneaking into the lead. 7.5 goals it is to Bangash. 7 goals for Habtoor. So we're ending the match as we started it so far. As we started with half a goal in favour of Bangash with the first throw-in. Habtoor have had good control of the game, and the ball goes back into play as Tomasito picks this up here now. Looks at the backhand, couldn't quite pick that one up. Juan Harichi wants a bit of it, but it goes up there for Tomasito. Tomasito picks up the play here once again. Tomasito looks to drag it forward. Fede comes in to give him a helping hand, but it comes off the pony and Harichi. He's got a swarm of blue shirts around him, and he's on the move. Harichi wants a goal here now. Lolo going back to give support as well. Comes up forward, up onto this one here now. Does Harichi. Harichi coming forward. One more tap will do, and one more tap is all that it takes, and Juan Harichi puts it away, giving them that margin once again. Juan Harichi, he had a swarm of blue shirts all over him, and he manages still to come up with the spoils. Lovely little dribbling play there just to finish that off. Juan Harichi. So back to the middle of the field it is once more. See how quickly these goals can be scored. Tick-tock, it flips from one side to the other, and now The ball's back into play. Out it comes. Who's up onto this first? Fede just gets caught out a little bit there, and it's going to be Lolo coming away here. Bouty looking over his shoulder to try and look after Ringer here, giving the protection. A little bit of luxury and space and time to stick and ball this one. Shows too much of that one there to Ringer, and through the goal it goes. Sorry, and wide it is. It's cleared away, but it's going to be Bouty to pick it up here. Takes away the challenge there from Tomasito and sets sail in towards the goal once more. Trying to come with a bit of momentum. He's got traffic to get through, and we have a whistle on the play. I think the gap he was looking for closed down on him. Oh, but what a play there from Ringer. Comes forward and he's got traffic all round and all over him there, and unfortunately it looks like they're going to give a penalty one on that one there, so the flag is waved, and now it's gone to 9 goals to Habtoor, 7.5 for Bangash. And so the ball's dropped down here now for a 5B for Habtoor to start it off once more. There's 1:42 on the clock as Bangash got themselves into the lead. Habtoor have answered them more than admirably with a couple of quick goals. So just waiting here now as Fede quickly changes pony. So players called, and it's going to be Bautista to bring this in here now. Bauti goes with a long one, sends that one along the ground. Fede could possibly get onto that one first. Looks like he will do. Looks to play a little bit of a backhand. He reckons he's got players coming in front impeding him. Hareche comes up with the spoils once again. Hareche coming forward here now. He gets hooked off out of it. It skews out towards the side, but trying to get onto that one is Lolo. And as he does, Pitovsky's lurching, wanting, waiting, and he picks up that line, I believe the umpires have decided. With Lolo just swooping onto that line rather than coming onto it cleanly. So the ball's dropped down here now from the 5B for Tomasito Fernandez Rente. Let's see how he's feeling on this pony. Felt very confident early. He put one here straight through from the 5B earlier in the match. So, Tomasito goes with this one, tries to lean into that one, gets as far as Pitolsky, just falls a little bit short, and coming up onto it is Lolo, takes it away there from Ringer. Out there now for Hareche. Hareche on the move here now. Hareche gets hooked off out of it, still managed to keep possession of it, and goes onto his near side. Tomasito shuts him down here now. Goes onto it, looks for the backhand. Oh, dummies that backhand, tries to get back onto it. Can he get back onto it before Lolo does? Lolo comes in. They're both trying to take it out. The air is Ringer and Lolo, but Ringer gets the better of the ride off here. Ringer, backhand, out towards the boards for the awaiting Tomasito. Tomasito goes underneath the neck, hardly awaiting, but he was there positioned well. And coming up onto it on the meet there is Hareche. We've got two players coming from the opposite direction for opposite teams, and we get a whistle on that play. 2 against 1. You can see on the replay here now, 2 players coming up the line, 1 player coming down the line, or vice versa. Either way, we've got a little bit of a 2-on-1, and that there will result in a penalty in favour of Albasha.
He's ready to come in. Tell him to come.
So the ball being teed up here by Federico Pitolsky. As Tomasito and Ringer quickly change ponies again. We've got 49 seconds on the clock. It will end on the first bell. And there we have the awaiting Habtoor crew, Guillermo and Thomas Palacio. And so Tomasito gets into that one there. He sends it up, looking up there for his man. Comes back for it there, does Ringer. Pushes it away to Bauti. Has other ideas about it, but he keeps possession here, does Ringer. Ringer going forward once again. Leaves, gets hooked off out of it this time, but it's going to be Lolo to come out with the play. Podolski picks it up here now. Turns, faces back towards goal. No foul time. This is goes with a long shot from a distance in towards the goal, and straight through the goal. It is there for the ever accurate Federico von Podolski, making it 8.5 to 9. It is as the clock tick-tocks down. The players look to come back to the middle, but the umpires will count it down. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the hooter goes, and that there ends our first match of the Silver Cup 2025. Running out the winners, the current holders of the Silver Cup, Habtoor Polo over Bangash, 8.5. A very admirable game indeed. An outstanding game there by this Bangash side, keeping the pressure on Habtoor right to the last minute. Some great goals being scored. Of course, we know Tomasito, we know Fede and Haida very well indeed. Ringer joining them this season, and a great asset he has become to them. And Chucker by Chucker, you see at the end of Chucker number 1, it was 2 goals to Habtoor, half a goal on handicap for Bangash. There to Chucker number 2, just a goal apiece, 3 goals for Habtoor, 1.5 for Bangash. End of Chucker 3, just the 1 goal for Bangash again, 2 more for Habtoor, making them 5, 2.5. In this 4th Chucker, ended up 6 to 4.5. Good strong chucker by Bangash, and a very strong chucker by both teams really in the last chucker. Habtoor scoring 3 goals, making their final score 9. Bangash, however, scoring 4 goals, making their score 8.5. And of course, a very happy Habtoor camp there in the background with Guillermo and Mohamed Al Habtoor. With Tomate, Thomas Palacio, and all the rest of the crew, most happy indeed. So very, very content. Mohamed Habtoor being congratulated there by the members of Badia Media after a very good win, a very good way. There's Marquito Penelo, and a very good way indeed to start off this tournament. And now we go to some of the best goals here now, and a cracking goal there by Fede. Worked his way forward with it until he got himself into a better scoring position, and certainly made sure it in the 5B. Beautifully executed there by Tomasito. Great play by him. You see Juan Horechi goes, whoa, and yep, it was just a little bit too little too late. Great goal there. And here we have, I think this was Belty when he came through everybody. Yeah, ran it himself, coming from the Villa side of the field. Cracking goal there by Bautista. And this one here, this was basically straight off after it came out. Guns are blazing, the start of that chucker. Did Bautista, who scored a lovely goal at the top end. And there again, another great goal by Bautista on his near side, under pressure by Tomasito. And this one here, of course, we have Ringer. Lovely goal by him. Great find here now by Bangash. And now we'll go to some of the stats. Field goals, 6 field goals scored by Habtoor, 3 by Bangash. The throw-ins became much more even, with Bangash dominating the first half, 9 to 10 at the end of the match. Fouls, 9 apiece. It was 8 to 3 at half time, I believe it was. Penalties, 3 from 3, 5 from 6 for Bangash. No corners and no yellow cards. So a great way to start the first match, and let's hope we continue in the same vein through the rest of the tournament. But I'm sure as the pressure comes on towards the thin end of the wedge, we'll have a little bit more comments from the umpires. So, ladies and gentlemen, from myself, Adam Snowden, we will close down the presentation from Polo Line and be back with you in about 30 minutes.